Hello guys, and welcome to the first video in the Tier 10 Chronicles video series that hopefully I will be disciplined enough to finish, and in which you guys will join me on my journey to the Tier 10 Pegasus. So recently, to be more precise, on September the 3rd, we found out about Tier 10 horses coming to Black Desert, and Perlibis decided to follow the same pattern of releasing them as they did with the Tier 9 horses. So the Pegasus is going to come first, Unicorn is going to come second, and Doom is going to come at the end. Now, when the Global Labs patch notes went up, is the story time. I wasn't home, I was downtown, and when I checked Discord on my phone, I saw that I was pinged like 10 times by different people, and boy, I was in for a surprise. When I read that you need a male and a female Pegasus, I literally got a panic attack. And to give you some context for that, I got my current Pegasus, my horribly stats female Pegasus. I got it after 63 clicks, 63 fails on the 64th click. That was more than 2 years ago, back in August of 2018. And since then, I haven't done any farms, train horses, and it was still a very traumatic experience for me. So I immediately knew that there is absolutely no way I'm going to try to make another Pegasus, and that I needed to buy one as soon as possible until the news spread widely. So I got home, Marketplace was already completely dry, but after a couple of hours and a couple of fail attempts, I managed to snatch my boy Pegasus for 10 bill, and I was really thrilled. So here he is, enjoying his homeland of Camasilv and waiting for the fun times with my girl Pegasus. So since that day and that announcement, 2 more Global Labs Tier 10 updates have been released. One on 11th September, another one on 17th. And sadly, there's a lot of changes between them. And of course, using the Google or Papago or whatever you say that, translate, definitely doesn't help with the confusion. So instead of me going through each and every one of them, I will try to combine the ones that are consistent across all 3 nodes so that you kind of get the better idea of what to expect. Also, keep in mind that the Tier 10 is hitting the live servers, hopefully everywhere, but at least in Korea next week, which would be September the 23rd. So then we will hopefully know everything. But until then, here are some of the key points that you can do to prepare for the Tier 10 that are consistent across the patch notes. Okay, so point number 1, you need a male and a female Pegasus. That is something that has been said across all 3, and they're not changing that. Second thing, one of the items that you need comes from one of the items that you need for the Tier 10 comes from Imperial Delivery. Now, a very important note. We do not know at the moment if you get those materials by exchanging the seals for the material or by perhaps getting it randomly while doing the actual Imperial Horse delivery itself. And with that in mind, I strongly suggest that you stack on level 15 horses and that you don't turn them in until the Tier 10 comes to the live servers. It's gotta better be safe than sorry. Also, we know that there's going to be dailies to get the materials. Another thing we kind of know is that the more materials you get or you put into the attempt, the higher the chance of success is. I hope it's going to work at a similar way that upgrading a ferry from Tier 3 to Tier 4 works, where you can, depending on how much materials you put in, the higher the chance becomes, and it can be 100%. And if you fail, fortunately, you do not lose the male and female Pegasus. So, yeah. Also, apparently, some of the source of materials could also be horse races, and there will also going to be dailies for the materials. What we know so far is that the Tier 10 will come with the 3 unique skills. First one is called Vigorous Leap. I mean, whether it's going to be called like that, we don't know, but, you know, translation, whatever. So basically after instant axle, or as instant axle, the horse will jump into the air with the wind and fly. For how long, we don't know. It's just basically going to probably extend our flight, maybe. Would be interesting to see how it works. Then the second skill is translated as emergency, which says after flying in the air with graceful gestures, you stay in the air for a period of time. So I guess it's going to be like a prolonged flight or something. Very excited about it. My hopes are high. And the last skill is called Wings of Swiftness, which says after learning how to read the flow of the wind, Dream Arduanatt can break through the wind and descend at much higher speed during Wings of Freedom. To me, this personally sounds like when Lan descends from her own flight. So the translations are really terrible, so we can't really draw any concrete conclusions. And also what they said is that the tier 10 will not be sellable on the marketplace. Okay, so now that we know all of that, here's what I have done and what I'm doing to prepare for the tier 10, what you can be doing also. First, get the 2 tier 9s, which boy and a girl, of course, which I've done. Then you get a stack on level 15 horses for the Imperial Delivery. Keep in mind that each tier gives you 1 seal. So you get 1 seal for tier 1 and, for example, 6 seals for tier 6 horse. In order for your horse to be eligible for Imperial Delivery, it has to be level 15. And the amount of seals you get is not affected by the horse level, only by the tier. So don't level your horses past level 15. Maybe, this is just maybe, I'm personally not doing this. I might get a few good horses for horse racing. Also, you can level your horses overnight using a wagon. The best wagon to do that is, of course, the Forest Path wagon, which I personally don't want to buy because it is fairly expensive. Yeah, it's 1.8 bill, and the price is slowly ramping up, which is expected. Other than that, I'm personally using a merchant wagon. It has 4 horse slots, and I am combining it with the +3 horse clothes, +3 horse clothes, and a Venia riding attire. What you could do, and what I would probably do if I didn't have what I already have, is go to the luxury vendor. Let me show you real quick. Where you can buy trainer's clothes. So they give you 10% training experience, they give you 15% mount experience, and horse capture rate and mount skill experience, blah blah blah. But what's really good about this is you can buy 2 of them. It requires skill training 10, by the way, which is not that hard to get. So you need 2 of those, and you can use if I have one, you can use a tailoring coupon, which you can buy off the marketplace easily. And with the tailoring coupon, you can convert one of them into a pearl outfit slot, like I have, for example, the gatherer's clothes and trader's clothes and fisher's clothes, for example. You can turn them into a pearl slot, and you can equip the other one into a normal slot. So you would end up getting 30% mount experience, and you would get 20% training experience bonus, which is really nice. So that's something I would do if I would not have a setup that I already have. As far as leveling horses on a wagon, keep in mind that I did a test last night. I put 4 tier 5 horses. They were not level 1 or 2. They were like level 5, 6, 4, 8. They were all different levels. And overnight, during a 10-hour period, they did not hit level 15. So I think tier 5 overnight would be maybe pushing it. So I think the tier 4s overnight probably is the sweet spot, and that's something that I'm going to try. Tonight. Definitely start stacking up your horses. I stack my horses in Heidel, and I have a lot of tier 5s level 15 or tier 4s that are already there, so 16 horses, and I have some horses in other stables, so I think that's the safest bet for now. So keep stacking up your horses. Also, for those of you that want to have a good laugh, I will post a link to me finally getting my shadow and the girly screams that I made. And yeah, I think I will probably be making one video a week regarding the tier 10 once we know more details and once we can actually start to properly prepare. So if you'd like to follow my journey and of course see the display of the amazing tier 10 once I get it, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and thank you for spending your time watching this video. Until next time, peace out.